I'm in Paris, which is nice. The journey here was not. I was going to make a short. You've probably already seen a short from Miss Hubnut, which describes one of the issues. There were many more. So I'm going to use this space here for my short footage from the day. So the day started well enough with a happy scene of me and a little Daihatsu. Then we drove off down to Carmarthen. It's about a 45-minute drive. Miss Hubnut shimmying at the wheel. And all very pleasant. We get to Carmarthen, I get my tickets from the ticket machine because I'm a bit old-fashioned, and there's my train, some Hitachi thing, I think, Great Western Railways, with the hardest seats known to man. But nonetheless, we set off, and I get very excited, lovely views across the bay. It's going to be a good day. Unfortunately, as we approached Swansea, I had the realisation that my passport was back home. Oh dear. I had hastily swapped bags just before departing. So I was like, I can get everything in just one bag. I don't need to take two. And the passport is the one thing I didn't think of until it was way too late. So I had to get off the train in Swansea, get a train back to Carmarthen. Poor Miss Hubnut had to grab my passport and drive back to Carmarthen again. So she had one heck of a day, for which I'm very grateful. And she punished me by taking me to McDonald's. Fair punishment. So then it was back on another train. I'd had to pay £5 to get back from Swansea. The 60 quid ticket from the morning was now invalid, so I had to buy another 60 quid ticket. But worse than that, I also had to rebook my Eurostar because I wasn't going to make it back to my original booking slot. And despite the fact the website says it's free, somehow it cost exactly the same as a new ticket. So that was 80 quid, spaffed up the wall as well. This had proved a very expensive mistake. But regardless, we get back to Swansea, get back on the GWR, well, a different one, and off we go again. Hardest seats known to man. And then as we're approaching Slough, things start going very slowly, and in fact soon stop. And there's a points failure ahead, and so we are delayed. And this is causing much stress. We were due in at 16:09, my departure's at 17:31. Hour and a half, pretty much, plenty of time. But we end up rolling in over half an hour late, so now I'm getting mega stressed. I have to run from the train station down to the tube station. There's a tube in as I get down there, but I can't tell which one it is because there's two different routes on this line. And by the time I work it out, the doors are shut. Zoom, off it goes. Bother, I have not got time for this. Then a second tube comes, I get on the tube, it's going where I want. Brilliant. But for some weird reason, it then stopped at a red signal, and due to congestion, apparently. I thought the whole point of public transport was it avoided congestion. Apparently not. So we finally arrive at King's Cross, St Pancras. I've got 4 minutes to get from the tube station to the gate before the gate closes. And just to add to spice, I can't find my debit card when I get to the tube payout. I booped in with my debit card, and you meant to boop out again. Couldn't do that. Thankfully, the kind lady just let me through, but that means I was default charged 10 quid instead of the 2 quid it should have been. Expensive day. Anyway, I get to the Eurostar terminal. It's utter bedlam. There's people absolutely everywhere, but I finally spot the 17:31 departure sign. I go running over. I put my booking slip on, and thankfully it accepts it. This is the exact minute the gate should be closing, but I've made it. Then security itself was absolute bedlam, but at least during that I found my debit card. It was just in a different pocket. I didn't put it loose in my back pocket. I was scared it would get nicked or fall out. So yeah, just crazy. Getting the Eurostar, settle in. It's very, very busy. I think I was lucky to get a ticket. There was not a spare seat on this massive train, and we go thundering into the dark because you're pretty soon into tunnels even before you get to the Channel crossing. And we were whisked to Paris in great comfort, I must say. Really nice service, and very, very pleasant. So arrive in Paris, then have to go and do battle with a French ticket machine, which does have an English option, but it didn't help much. I didn't really understand what I was doing, but I managed to get a ticket to go from Paris-Gare du Nord to Aulnay-sous-Bois, which is where I find myself now. Turns out I got the wrong ticket, but my ticket got me through the barrier initially. I was able to get on my train, which had some very, very lovely upholstery, I must admit, and gave me some glorious views of the setting sun. Arrive in Aulnay-sous-Bois, and then can't get through the barrier because I've got the wrong ticket. But the French don't seem to care much for public transport. There's two young lads just jumping over the barrier when I get there, and I'm starting to think, do I do that? But then a very smartly dressed Frenchman in a lovely coat said, follow me. So I did. I followed him through the barrier, and that worked absolutely fine. Like I say, no one really cares. And that theme continues. I then go to get a bus to get nearer my hotel. A rather lovely Iveco. Looked absolutely brand new. And I spoke to the driver, who didn't look like he wanted to be spoken to, and got my debit card out, and he just waved me away. I had been pre-warned that the Parisian bus drivers don't really want to deal with humans, and yeah, that was to my benefit. You can buy tickets in Tabacs and various other places, or do it online, but I just needed one journey. I thought I'll just pay for the one journey. Well, there we go. So yeah, the bus dropped me off, walked to my hotel, and oh, was I relieved. It felt like the gods had been conspiring against me, and I'm here for a very special reason. Bit of a hint there. And I now need to go and have my breakfast, and then we are off. But yeah, really, really, really mega stressful. Huge thanks to Miss Hubnut for bailing me out. It was a stupid, stupid error. I've even got the wrong shoes with me. I've got my popping outdoor shoes, not my actual walking loads of miles shoes, so that's great. But yeah, I'm here, and now I'm off to have an even bigger adventure. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the main content very, very soon. Bye. No, I'm not sure either.